Hello everyone. Okay, today 22nd March 2022. It's our second day at Gisec, Dubai. Gisec is the most global and international, or the biggest, the largest cybersecurity exhibition and forum taking place in Dubai, the technology hub, United Arab Emirates. This is Shadi Dawi from TECHx Media. I have with me today a different guest from a different industry, but again related to technology. I mean, technology is everywhere today. Today we will talk about structural health monitoring. So structural health monitoring is something new and different. I have with me Mr. Uzayr. He's the CEO of Starmass Global Operations. Uzayr, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Okay. What does Starmass do, and what is so special about your company?
Starmass is an environmental engineering company that focuses its services on structural health monitoring. We always look for the resiliency and the preservation of infrastructure.
Okay. What brings you to Dubai?
We've been in the industry for the past 38 years, specifically in Saudi Arabia as one of our offices. We've actually realized the need for our services all across the Middle East. And right now, as we speak to our advisors in UAE, we're looking at the MENA region expansion plans.
Okay.
And as we've been told, Dubai is a very likable city and a country as UAE. It feels like a second home for us. Now, as a Canadian company, we're always exploring different markets, and we've realized that our services are much required all across the MENA region.
Okay.
And with our advisors, we're looking at perhaps a potential hub to be located in UAE for the MENA expansion.
So you're planning to settle in the UAE in another way?
Our second home, yes.
Second home.
After Canada.
After
yes.
Canada.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, everybody loves Dubai, and
Yes.
everybody loves to settle in UAE. That's good news. Okay. You mentioned Starmass is a solution-driven company. Can you explain this a little? Why it is solution-driven?
Very good question. So Starmass has this idea of providing a solution to solve problems. in the
Okay.
market. Specifically in our industry, the risk for appetite should be higher while you're solving some problems.
Okay.
And while our client base is so much bigger with mega projects, we realize that we have to be solution-driven, not product. And that's what differentiates us in the industry as a whole.
Okay.
We focus our services on energy, environment, and infrastructure-related sectors. And that's where a unique solution provision comes out of, from the know-how of our engineering services.
Amazing.
And that's pretty much how we've basically kept ourselves away from a product-oriented company to a service-oriented company.
So you are a service-based company and not a product, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned Starmass is into mega projects. Do you mind sharing the names of any particular ones that we should we should know, or would you like the readers and audience to know about?
For sure. So one of the ones that we've actually been involved in since 2009 has been the Medina and Mecca expansion projects. King Abdullah, the Haram, basically.
Yes.
The mosque. This might actually be the first time in 2 decades that we're actually publicly sharing that we are probably, and I can say this proudly, the most qualified monitoring company in the world for this mega projects. And being there since 2009, we've learned quite a few things across the region, specifically Mecca and Medina. And I think there's obviously uncertainty. I can't share a lot more about the projects, but
well, I know a lot of your unique services, but I'm
Yes.
not gonna disclose.
yes,
But it's interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, please. So our clientele being such big infrastructure projects, our know-how has also adapted such big projects as well while we execute.
Okay, what is the future in this industry? I mean, or the construction industry particularly. I mean, many people don't have a clear or don't know a lot about this. So, according to your perspective, what is the future?
We see technology as a tool. Now, as a solution-driven company, we also have a technological component to it. Now, while we look at the other parallel technologies improving in other verticals of the industry, we see that this industry can adopt to that and improve on it as well. I think while we were looking at the MENA region expansion with our advisors, we realized, and I actually came across a report by PwC in which they interviewed, or they perhaps did research with 60% of the stakeholders in across GCC and MENA region have actually mentioned that adoption of technology is basically the future of this vertical.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I think for us, more than anything else, while technology improves, we feel adoption is necessary. And while adoption is necessary, the transitional cost is also much in evidence. So what we do is, as we provide the solution, we cushion the idea of technological support for our client base, so they actually find it much easier to transition into this industry with our health monitoring services and improve basically their decision-making power.
All right. Anything else, Uzayr, you want to add for audience, or any additional information before we conclude this nice?
I mean, I have a lot to ask, obviously. I mean, we're short on time.
Okay.
Yeah. So as we're looking at the MENA expansion for the next five years from now, we'd like to connect with the local businessmen, and we have been doing that for the past couple of months right now. With the MENA expansion, I'd like to connect with any stakeholder that is interested. Being in Saudi Arabia, from our technical Canadian know-how, we've also added value to the Saudi Arabian market, and we see that we can do equally the same, if not for the whole MENA region, as we move in the next 5 to 10 years. So one more thing, actually, what we've done is, for the first time, we've actually opened up our investment pool to the public to get involved, to have other investors come on board with a limited private investment opportunity in our company.
Excellent. Mr. Uzayr, CEO of Starmass Global Operations, thank you very much. I mean, very interesting to hear about structural health monitoring. I benefited a lot. I knew a lot of details today on information. Thank you for being TECHx guest.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
In this Gisec 2022.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more technology news from TECHx Media. TECHx Media, wherever there is technology, there is TECHx. This is Shadi Dawi. Stay tuned. Have a good day.